sewing machine. Totally me. Sewing machine. Foot pedal included. It's a real working sewing machine. Contains sewing machine with storage compartment, foot pedal, detailed instructions. ToysRUs.com. So, pick this up, thinking it's going to be a great sewing machine. I'm going to let her play with it, let her understand the concept, stay close to her, watch her use it. It's actually a cute little sewing machine. I was excited to get it for her. It is a secondhand store that I picked it up at, so I didn't spend a lot of money. That's not the thing. I'm just looking for anyone who can tell me the instructions because it didn't come with it. It has its little compartment. Inside it was an extra needle, little measuring tape. There's 2 threads on bobbins. This one we've threaded. Runs on batteries in here. So you put the batteries in here, runs on batteries. The foot pedal does work. So if you turn it on, the light comes on. So far we're impressed. It's working. The foot pedal. When you press down the foot pedal with your foot, it will work. It's a working sewing machine. The tension is set. The needle's moving. The problem is I don't see a bobbin. There's nothing underneath. Close to prying this thing open, which we tried to do, but we decided not to break it. There's nothing that catches on the bottom. There's 2 threads, so this thread has to go somewhere. I'm not sure where. Can anyone tell me how I would thread this? Short of taking it apart, well, the screws is the only way we can figure it out underneath. That is for the batteries only. It doesn't do anything else. We tried looking everywhere to figure out how a bobbin gets inside. It's the cutest thing if it could just work. Let me show you how it sews. So here we go. We have 2 pieces of felt. Turn on the machine. I'll hit this with my hand. Needle's down, the foot's down. Pull into my thread. I'm actually looking for my foot pedal. Hit the foot pedal. See, it moves, it sews. The problem is, it doesn't have an under bobbin to catch it. So when it says it's a real working sewing machine, it's working, but it's not sewing. Is that what I'm missing on this? And they show that you're sewing the fabric. Have a little compartment to put your tools that came with it, an extra needle, and a needle threader. We figured out the tension control, we figured out how to lift the needle up and down, we figured out how to turn it on and off. Light works. It does work as a moving unit needle, but we do not sew together. It didn't sew it together. The thread is still there. Hence probably why it was secondhand store. This can work. It'll be a lot of fun. We'll have fun with it until we can get it to work. Does anybody have further instructions? There is 2 threads. So this one is either a backup or it goes underneath somehow to catch the thread. It has to go underneath somehow to catch the thread. This does not open. Underneath, it does not open. This does not open. There's nothing that you can open to put a bottom thread. If it actually worked, it'd be cool to give to a kid, a little kid, to supervise and to sew with, just straight lines. There was some mention that somewhere inside here is a little clasp that's supposed to catch the thread and do something with it. So we're going to open it up, even though you're not supposed to see if we can fix it. I'll take our batteries out first and then go in and see what we see. To thread the machine, go around the tension, through this, in this hole, down, through this hole, and it should be front needle to back. Thread under the foot. It will not sew unless the foot is down. So the foot has to be down. I can see it's trying. Look, it's trying to make a stitch. But whatever's underneath isn't catching. We're getting there. But it's not going through the second material either. It's not working. I can't wreck it. This side, I'm going in. So we undid all the screws. If you ever wanted to see the inside of a child sewing machine, this is what it looks like. This is what it looks like. So here's the power to the footstep. So this is our problem in here. Something in there isn't working. That's what we're going to check out. Not too complicated. So right in there is something that the needle is supposed to catch. I'll look into it. So if you look at it, it's leaning forward, so it just came right out. I wonder if the thread is supposed to hook around that and then get pulled back out to create a stitch. Because it does move. See, it moves. It snapped back into the hole. It snapped. So let's put it back and see what happens. That might have been the only thing not working. Okay, see what happens. Nothing happened. So you can tell it's trying to make a stitch, even underneath. It's trying to connect, but it's not quite making it. So at this point, there's nothing more I can do. It's probably cracked on the bottom. That's what I'm thinking there. See, it's a straight line. It's not catching it. So, I tried. We tried to fix it. We almost potentially had it. If anyone has any other suggestions, if you have one that works and you want to look inside and show me what's different, that'd be great. It has stitches coming through. And I just thought it'd be so cool if we could sew together. So, anyone have any answers? Let me know.